Okay, welcome to part 4 of building a small sat launcher in KSP. How's everybody doing? I gotta fire up Kerbal and let's go. We got all the space news out of the way today. We've been going. Stream's already been going 6.5 hours. We started at 10. Press conferences for Artemis, talking about all different types of space, but now we're gonna actually go play the space game. I like the the space game. I got the joystick ready. Here we go. We're going to look at a game called Sea Power. It's a naval combat sim light set in the Cold War. Not something that you're interested in. Maybe. I like space. You know, I like space and space accessories. So while Curve is loading up, let me get the chill soundtrack going. Yeah, baby. What does FSM
Discovery, go and throttle up.
stand for? FSM? Oh, it stands for Mind Your Own Business. Stupid bird. Crazy Brandon, 26-month resub. My monthly thank you for all you do. All the love, EJ. All right, cool. Have you tried plating Children of a Dead Earth? No. I know what it is, though. Welcome back, YouTube. I didn't know you like space. Yeah, I'm known to deal with space stuff from time to time. No, man, Fu, it sounds cool. I'm just not... yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude, there's too many games. That sounds like fun. Did you go with the transportable launch pad idea? We haven't built the pad for it yet, dude. Did we fix those arrow problems? Oh. I don't even know if we fixed the arrow problems, dudes. On the topic of Chaos Bleed, can you please watch this 5-minute KSP video? Yeah, sure. Does this have anything to do with what we're working on here? The Shuttle RTLS? With real guidance programs. Oh. Yeah, this probably ends well. Apologies, wrong link. I think it's this. TJ. Yeah, I know that dude. Yeah, you're basically gonna go straight up. Oh, dude, this is such a death. That's such a death trap, dude. Watch what the shuttle's gonna do. Yeah, that right there is death. Oh my goodness. That probably would have killed them. Like, that separation. There's no way that separation happens clean, dude. There's not a chance. How would it have worked without losing the orbiter? It wouldn't, dudes. The Ohm's engines are firing. You're gonna have to use as much of that airspeed as possible to get back to the runway, which is highly unlikely at this point, but... That's cutting it close, man. I'm not sure you'd make it back to the SLF at this attitude with this speed. Yeah, so energy is too low for a nominal overhead landing. If he tried to take the orbiter and go over here, turn around, and then come in and land on the runway, you'd end up in the Banana River somewhere. You'd end up over here. Maybe not. I mean, that's the Hand Banana River. Oh man, that's cutting it close. What is the max G load the shuttle could handle? Depends. Depends on what direction that G load is coming from, Methane. Oh.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Hey, Chuck. 4.5 full pregnancies long. That's cool, Baron. Neat. But we're working on Wonton. Yeah, that, dude, I'm not sure you'd have the margins to do that in real life. You'd go to do that split S and you'd try to do a heading alignment and you would end up in the river. I'm pretty dang sure. But, whatever. Okay, we're working on Wonton here. In real life, the struts between the orbiter and the external tank will pop if 3 SSMEs fail. Yes. Where does the ET-SRB stack come down? Where do you think it comes down? Montana? The Wyoming coast, perhaps? Alright. We were dealing with some aero problems with this vehicle last time we tested it. I just want to make sure that Wonton is still working before we go any further.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Mac B. 56 comes after 55. Whee! Howdy, what's going on? Alright. Alright. I need to check aero. We had some problems with the engine plate. And in this regard, I think we may have added way too much thrust, but alright, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's our TWR? 1.49. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, there we go. That engine plate was doing something weird to the aero. Switch it over. I play with regular KSP, Max. We did test it on the runway, yeah. Okay, stand by for main engine cutoff. Sure, that was good for it. Yep. We didn't really get a good separation there, and I'm not sure why. Well, we lost all the probe cores to that thing, so no use following it. Okay, let bearing deploy. I'm guessing the ball got stuck on the fairing. Rates look good, man. I think it looks fine here. I'm using the same engine. I'm using double sparks. Move the RCS ball between the engines. We could probably move it down just a smidge. So the whole point of this rocket is to be able to move 2.25 tons into a 100 by 100 orbit. That's the whole idea. Yeah, without those aerodynamic perturbations, guys, it can absolutely do this. Okay, stop it just before. We just got to make sure we get that separating mechanism to work correctly and not obliterate everything inside of the inner stage. Like that. That's not great. She's going in the drink. Transonic. Stand by for loud noises. A lot of objects, a lot of parts hit the water all at once. It's going to make a lot of noise. Headphone users. Headphone users. Headphone users. 5 seconds. We got a piece of it back. Cool. No, it wasn't the engines firing that caused the destruction. Something got hung up on the interstage. I'm very sure. It was the RCS ball, dude. Well, you do an entry burn with the booster. Well, when its probe core and avionics package doesn't get fried by the second stage, sure. Try that. We got to do integration. Test stage separation. Oh. First stage analysis with overclock. TWR Delta V. Okay. Let's see if we improved our separator system. It's the blast from Conker's bad fur day. Oh my goodness, blast from the past, dude. All right, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's pretty good, man. Roll. Pitch over. There you go. Clouds. Maybe it needs a pusher for staging. I'm gonna figure that out right now. Vehicle is supersonic. Max Q. Okay, stand by for Miko in a moment here. Okay. Come on. Huh. Just going to redo the fairing real quick. I've noticed it has a little bit of overlap. Make a ruler. Oh, it's way too long. Okay. I think I made the fairing a little too long here. So move that down there, right? And now you take this, back this off for a second. Now is the fairing clipping into the... Okay. There we go. Fairing was just a little bit too long. Okay, let's try this again. Check DMs for a quick funny. Nice. All right, let's try this again. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Lift. Roll program. Vehicle supersonic. For a max Q for these flights is hovering around 23. Not bad. Stand by for Miko. Aerodynamics is what held it in place, dude. Yeah, the arrow did it. We lost the decoupler and the 2 docking ports. Huh. Alright, well, how much fuel do we have here? Okay, now we wait. I boosted back that stage. That should be good enough. We're probably going to come down over here somewhere. Like over there. With RCS on your first stage, minus the explosions and whatnot, it's a little bit easier to get this done. Okay, once it goes above 70, coasting on its arc, we switch back to the stage. I'm not sure we're going to get there. All right, so we're trying to circularize with our second stage. Circularization means I got to get to about 2,300 meters a second here. 2,300 meters a second, it's going to take a little bit of time. I have to make sure that I get there before that thing falls below 25 kilometers. If the first stage goes below 25 kilometer altitude, we lose it. The game will just assume it's debris and delete it. So this second stage really has to really go. How much Delta V does it cost to return to the launch site? Not a lot. The rocket is mostly moving when it doesn't have a lot of fuel. "56 kilometers in altitude on the stage." "50. No good. We're gonna lose it. Well, hopefully we can switch back in time before it deorbits. Okay. Oh, we're gonna be cutting it so close. Yeah, that's not enough. Well, that was good to know. The interstate survived. Rocket is tiny. Oh, it did have enough. Sweet. Hey, not bad. Alright, we'll just deorbit the thing. Cool. Okay, see if the payload deployment mechanism works. Yep. Cool. Nice. Is that small enough you could do something like the Soyuz capsule? Something like that. Deployable fins. Apply the booster back and cut it out on speed. That's not really where I was going with this. I do want grid fins and stuff, but now I'm toying in my mind, like, do we do landing legs for it? Should we make landing legs for it? Should we just plunge it in the drink? Should I have steerable systems and then just parachute the damn thing back down? I don't know. Either way, our stage separations mechanism is getting angry with us, and I'm not sure why. What we could always do is the tried and tested Separatrons, but that's going to add a lot of mass to our second stage. And I hate it a lot, actually. Then again, the Seps don't need to have a full thing of fuel. Just a little guy. Can't you add the Sepratron? Well, I want to try to bring my first stage back and reuse it, and adding Sepratrons to it is not going to do that. How many users are you planning on getting out of a booster? I don't know. It's not attached to the engine, it's attached to the stage. I have a decoupler with a docking port and then another docking port. This is so you can reattach a decoupler if you wanted to put another stage on. Yeah, you could, Enzo, but I don't want to do that. Blurst. Nice, 95. Would a little bit of clipping into the decoupler get you a push because of the separator glider? Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm not sure what we're really getting hung up on here. Like, it's gonna be a weird test, dudes, but I'll show you. We switched to reuse for a small lift rocket. Initially, yeah. I didn't see it because it got hung up and I went to zoom in to see what it was and it freaking, then it separated. Could be the fairing halves. Let's try switching it to six half fairing. Just out of curiosity. Let me see what happens here. I think the fairing halves are getting hung up. Something fishy is going on over here. Here. How about we try that? Let's see what that does. Just to be absolutely sure. Absolute Industry became a flight controller. Thank you. Let's just make sure that nothing else is causing problems. Let's be absolutely sure that it's the fairing, right? So go here, aim the camera, and yep. Boink. Yep, okay. The fairing is doing something funky there. So we'll lower the tolerance on that fairing. Give it a little more room to breathe here. That shouldn't be too hard. What I gotta do is go in and make another ruler here. Make another one next to it. I make rulers out of struts so I can get a straight edge to mark different lines. It's really good. One of my moderators, Quintessa, came up with this idea. It's a really good idea. So if I mark this, if I just move this into position and put it basically where I want the fairing to end, give it a little more tolerance here. Let's push it right there. And then we select the first stage and move this all the way back. If I go here and we go to build the fairing, right? If I set it to the strut, and then move this sucker back into position, there you go. We seem to have better luck with a two-sided fairing than a six-sided fairing. So let's save this, put this back up on our quote-unquote test stand, and let's see what it does. What separates it? There's a decoupler built into this design, but I have a decoupler that's attached via a docking port. The reason why I do that is so if we do get the first stage back, we can reuse it. See the decoupler with the double docking ports? Ready? I don't know, Aqualex. It's hard to say. And then when we want to reuse it, we can just go here, right? And then pop the other docking port off, and now you have a stage that can be reused. I wonder if we can... Let me check something. No. Overclock the decoupling force, but it doesn't seem to be a thing. What else would it be, Aqualex? It's the blocks seem to be not cooperative, dude. Well, those don't take that long to place, so just get rid of them. I don't want to put a pusher in because that's going to be so much extra mass. Let's see if we separate it now. Let's see what separating it now is going to do. Let's see if it does that little twist. That twist is what's getting us. Because it's twisting and then gravity is forcing it out. But in reality, on the way up, gravity would be pushing it down. So we need just a clean separation here. That's very important. So aim the camera. Let's go in here and like that. It was the RCS. Why? How? But the gliders weren't even close to each other. Do they have weirdly large gliders? Yeah, but not to the point where it's like, what the heck, dude? Like, let's do this way. No, those are too big. No, that's actually too big. You know what? Let's try it with nothing. I can always bring... You know what? I'll launch this from the SPH and I'll tell you why in a second. Yeah, the RCS gliders seem to be the case. Let's just confirm it by doing a simulation. Is that why the Australians haven't gotten to space? Yeah, you're doing it wrong. Okay. Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Vehicle is transonic. Max Q. Vehicle supersonic. Stand by for Miko. That's what I'm talking about. I'll put it on action groups later. Now we just wait. We gotta wait until we get up over 70 because we can't switch to the second stage right now. Because we're still in the atmosphere. There we go. Okay. Last 84-month resub. Thanks, man. Payload bearing separation. Yeah, we'll have to tighten up the RCS design back there, but that's okay. Not a problem. That was a much more efficient separation. We didn't induce a grav loss from riding with the stupid booster for a long period of time. But we do need to get near circularization here before that thing gets below 25 once again. And I used a lot less fuel with that booster as well to turn it around and stuff, which is pretty cool. The other thing I'm thinking is that if we apply the same overclock to these engines that we did to the first stage engines, oh, we ain't gonna have no problems here. $1,700. Vehicles at 50 kilometers. The first stage is at 50 kilometers. We're at 87. We're pushing that AP out. We got that boost back dialed in, though. Okay, we gotta stop for a second. Excuse me, random question, EJ, but how far can we go into space? You can go as far as you want. There's only planets out to a certain extent, dude. How's that for a boost back? With the Mark 1 eyeball. I still don't think we have enough fuel. Oh, man. You've got to be kidding me. I almost did a hover slam by just looking at it. We almost got it, but I think we would have ran out of fuel. That was close, though, dudes. NASA did say the Mark 1 eyeball is a great scientific instrument. Yep, yep. Hey, puppy, what's going on? So the good news is that all the payloads that we've been moving are 2.25 tons. Okay, 1 ton is designed to be 1 ton reusable. So, yeah, we got it. We got it. We're good. This should be fiery. I'm surprised you aren't trying to make a starship. Okay. Yep, that lasted long. I'm surprised you're not trying to make wonton. Wow. Some of it survived. So Smoke, the idea behind this vehicle was to show people really what kind of design, how you go to just build like a launch vehicle in KSP, your design requirements and stuff. What I want to do with Wonton is build the entire pad. I want to build the whole pad. I want to build it and make it reintegratable. I want to get my first stages back and reuse them. And you know, I've done that with bigger rockets in the past, but I'm also pretty rusty at KSP, believe it or not. Can you put up a satellite constellation? I could. Will I? Probably not. Not until later. You could try to use a cal sequence to flip the booster around as soon as possible. Well, I have KRPC installed. WV, I have KRPC installed. We'll code it. We'll tell it to do that. But yeah, if we told it to boost and flip right away and shut the engines down with minimal coast time, yeah, exactly. We could absolutely do it. Or we could use the cals to sequence it as well. Cal controllers can do it, but I would figure coding it would be something that you guys would want to see. With a booster this small, all I need now is a giant net. With a booster this small, Evan, I should be able to, we should be able to, I mean, we could parachute it. It's possible. Or I could do my Taurus ring. I always thought the Taurus ring was a good design. Actually, boom! What happened? Oh, we just were testing. No, you know what we learned during Prometheus, guys, about deleting fairing sections? You could use a fairing as your Taurus. You could use a fairing as your toroidal ring. And then, you know, make stators for it out of wings. And I never really got Prometheus fully working, Evan. I just wanted to do it to kind of get my feet wet in KSP again. But it does, I mean, dude, for the most part, it works. Like, for the most part. Sometimes it has a little bit of... It wouldn't be the first time I've done stuff like that, guys. No, but is it normal for the pad to catch fire? Oh, yeah. We do have a design that is working, though, here, which is freaking cool. So now a couple of things, dudes. We're gonna need thrusters on the stage. You gotta have thrusters on this thing. we got to think about what we're going to need for reuse. So we need a booster purge. If we're going to get our booster back, we need it to dump all of its fuel in case it lands with a little extra residual, right? We're going to need attitude control systems, etc., to get it to RCS flip around. We could gain some efficiency from doing that. I'm going to need action groups to shut down the correct engines at certain times. But before all that, before we even get to that point, we got to make it launchable. I got to build a launcher for this dang thing. Yeah, that's kind of important. We got to do that. So add mass to it, thus invalidating it and having to recertify. Remember, J-Speed, my stakeholder expectations are this thing to be able to boost back and land no problem with about a ton. 2.25? I don't know. I mean, it kind of seems like that's... it almost can do it with it, which is actually pretty impressive. Yeah, 2 tons expendable, 1 ton reuse. The crazy thing is that this thing could do a downrange drone ship landing. We could do a downrange landing with this thing, no problem. Yeah, or just fish it out of the water if we wanted to do that. You say propellant using chutes. Yes, that's correct. And you would, in reality, a rocket this small, you probably could get away with using parachutes to bring it down. You can't really do that in real life. Parachutes only scale to a certain extent. Question: if there is one rocket you ever designed in KSP to be put in the real world, what rocket would it be? One rocket that I've designed? Yepstone is pretty damn good, man. I don't even know if it's here. Oh, it's here. That is one of my gnarliest rockets, dude. I know it doesn't look like much, chat, but what you got here is a 4-segment SRB, right? You got a 4-segment SRB, right? And then you have a 375 upper stage. This thing, it doesn't look like much, I know. But once again, you know how I'm doing that reintegratable stuff. This is reintegratable. You can reuse Jepstone if you can get the SRB back, and provided I ever made a launch pad for it. You can do that. It has propellant tanks, RCS control for the second stage, nice and easy. You have a reintegratable payload fairing. This thing can flip 18 tons into low carbon orbit. Its real-life analog would be somewhat analogous to the Liberty rocket. But if we were kit bashing our rockets, this is a Shuttle 4-segment SRB with a Saturn V 3rd stage attached to the top. This is a 4-segment SRB with an S4B-200. It's pretty damn good. Look at the price. It's 50,818 flurbos. It's pretty good. It's a pretty damn good design. Are you doing a completely new playthrough with KSP? 4-segment looks strange. You should make it 5-segment. It's not Ares. It's not Ares 1. It's Ares 1 alike. Guys, it's not the same. This is an absolute monster of a launch vehicle, guys. And once again, it is reintegratable. If I can get the SRB back and put it back on the pad, we could refuel it. You can do it. There's a weird glitchy way of refueling SRBs in Kerbal, but it's definitely doable. We tested it. Looks like an Ares 1 cargo variant. Yeah. This thing is absurdly low cost for the performance. And you know, everybody doesn't like Ares 1 because it looks weird, But in reality, something like this with a Hydrolox upper stage, 4-segment with a Hydrolox like Ares 1's design, is an absurdly potent launch vehicle. Yeah, it's quite good. Some of my buddies at NSF don't like it. I'm like, brother. I designed a companion vehicle to go with this, dudes. Didn't you build one based on the Pillar of Autumn? That's the Grissom's pivot, yeah. Have you ever done an Interstellar Colony playthrough? There's no Interstellar in this, but yeah. I designed a companion vehicle to go with this thing. I think it's the CTS-5. Where the hell are you? That's the Shuttle stack prototype. There's my booster refueling tech. There it is. CTS HLV. Look at this thing. This thing is designed to work with it. I know it doesn't look like much. That's just a prototype file. Where's the Proto 2 file? Hold on. You can use the search tool. How can I use the search tool if I don't remember the name? There we go. Check it out. So this, fellas, is more like Direct. If you guys are familiar with Direct, that's what that is. I have my Jebstone 4 with Direct and the Space Shuttle all in one architecture. We had that in my Mission Mode 3 save. Mission Mode 2 is the hardcore one. Mission Mode 3 is one that doesn't have as stringent of rules for recovering spacecraft. It's basically just a regular Kerbal save where you put it out on the pad and send it. This is not Ares 5, guys. No, it's Direct. Differences. I'll show you. You want to learn? You're gonna learn. Look at my Steam page for a second.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
So Direct was an architecture that was a proposal kind of like SLS. It was proposed around the same time as an alternative. And honestly, we should have done that. So here is Direct. Direct is, for all intents and purposes, a shuttle stack. It's a shuttle stack. That's what it is. But it doesn't have the pointy external tank. Okay? No pointy external tank. It's still using 4-segment boosters, right? And a very, 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 very simplified core stage. You could have different configurations of your MPS, but the thing about this is that it basically, Direct could have been made on the same assembly line as the Shuttle. You would have never had to stop. This, for all intents and purposes, is a Shuttle external tank. That is an ET. It just doesn't have a pointy front. Now, I know what people are going to say. Well, okay, what's different to SLS? SLS's core stage is not an external tank. It is manufactured in an entirely different, it was built for an entirely different assembly line, and it's way bigger. right? Direct utilizes pre-existing shuttle parts, right? It's just pre-existing stuff, with the exception of the MPS, right? See what I'm saying? It is the same SRBs. It's the same tank, only it doesn't have the point on the top, right? Now, the cool thing about Direct, guys, is that you could keep making ETs. You could keep making ETs and shuttle boosters and keep using the shuttle for as long as you freaking want to until this thing gets freaking working. It's really, really freaking smart. And then from there, you could scale Direct design to include a departure stage, better payload fairing, and work around the Orion CEV. So you could have the shuttle and a lunar program going at the same time, utilizing the exact same assembly line. Oh yeah, Direct uses RS-68s, but note how the 3 RS-68s are spread. They're spread apart. Do you know why? Does anybody understand why they made a funky engine section like that? There's a very, very, very good reason. Ablation! Now here, take a look. Here, let me show you. Let's look at the bottom of a Delta IV Heavy, for instance. Huh? This is the bottom of a Delta IV Heavy that's been shoehorned into one piece and attached to the bottom of the external tank. It's that. It's this part right here. The 3 bow tails, right? And the 3 RS-68s are spaced out in a configuration where you know they're not going to heat each other up, right? And they just basically attach that to the bottom of the ET. Less heating problems, exactly. The reason why they're 3 stacked on top of each other like that is so the SRBs don't cook them. Yep. It's the bottom of a Delta IV Heavy. So Direct actually wasn't too bad of an idea, guys. It's pretty damn smart. You could have used shuttle engines too, but they came up with this cucky doo-doo caca poo-poo like 3-engine shuttle design that I absolutely hate. Would that simplify the plumbing or cause more problems? I don't know. Part of me really likes this because you can keep flying the shuttle pretty much indefinitely. It's the same assembly line. Same assembly line, same contractors, same everything. You don't need to change anything. You just need to, like the external tank hydrogen tank is the same thing. It's the same design, right? It's the same damn thing, which is actually super smart. But no, we opted to do SLS instead, which is a thing. I mean, SLS isn't too bad if it was like flying, if the first flight wasn't in 2022. But, you know, last IDM. Why didn't SLS not use one of the RS-68s? One of the biggest reasons, okay, it has to do with Ares 5. Ares 5 would have had 5 RS-68s in the core stage on a 10-meter core with double 5-segment SRBs. This thing would have been an absolute nut bar of a launch vehicle. 10-meter core stage, not 8.4 like what the shuttle has and what SLS has. This thing is chunkier than that. Ares 5 was a monster. They were projecting that this thing could probably do 188 tons to LEO, and that's a conservative estimate. Look at the throw to TLI, translunar injection. You could throw 60 tons TLI. For reference here, the Saturn V is 45, so this thing would have kicked the snot out of the Saturn V. But one of the big things is that it has 5 RS-68s. RS-68s are not inherently bad motors. The problem is that they were made as a low-cost expendable hydrolox engine. It's twin turbine gas generators with open cycle. See, you have your open cycle there and you have an open cycle there. Because of this, right, you don't have any regenerative cooling. The nozzle is made out of heat shield. So operating these things in clusters, right, like a Saturn V or what have you, could potentially be an issue. Now, did they figure out ways to get 3 of them to work? Sure, yeah, but that's just 3 of them. That's not 5 of them on a 10-meter cluster. I'll give you an example here. The Delta IV Heavy is 5.4 meter cores, 3 5.4 meter cores. So we're looking at 15 meters across here. 3 engines barely can work within 15. They were trying to figure out a way to get 5 of these things to work on a 10-meter core, which is okay. The other thing you got to think about is that you have 2 gigantic freaking SRBs right next to you. They were worried about the RS-68s basically melting themselves from the inside out. That is a problem that happened with the F1 engines on the Saturn V. So what they were thinking is like, oh, let's just make a regeneratively cooled version of an RS-68. There is a regeneratively cooled version of the RS-68. It's called the Space Shuttle main engine. Yes, you heard that right. The RS-68 is a extremely simplified, open cycle, non-regenerative cooling version of that. Fun fact. Not a lot of people know that. The problem lies in DC. Now, could NASA have gotten this working? Probably. Should they have gotten this working? Absolutely. But yeah, whatever. I built direct in KSP a little while back. That is my shuttle external tank with a straight tank up at the top. And that's about it. How big is the weight difference between the RS-68 and the RS-25? Yes. Yes. The shuttle engines are way heavier than RS-68s, man. RS-68s are about 6.7. 6.7 tons. What? That's not right. That's not right. There's no way that's correct. That's a typo, dude. There's no way a shuttle... Dude, the RS-68... Just got Mandela affected really hard. Dude, what a piece of junk. No, that's right. How did you make an engine simpler, heavier? It's most likely the ablator heat shield. Wow. Shuttle engines are only 3 tons? Why did I not know this? I should know that. An RS-68 is 7,000 kilos? You've got to be kidding me. Why the hell would you use this? What a piece of junk. It makes the same amount of thrust, Aqualux. No, it makes a little bit more. The RS-68A can make a little bit more. 3.1 versus the Shuttle's 2.4, but... How do you make it... How do you... Yeah, it costs less. That's why. It's heavier because it's easier to make. The Shuttle engine is a freaking Ferrari motor, dude. This thing is a small block Chevy. I get it. I get it. Oh, boy. I forgot about that. I'll be honest. I could have sworn I checked this like maybe 4 or 5 months ago and the RS-68 was lighter, but... I mean, the RS-25 might be lighter, guys, but it is much, much more complicated to manufacture. There's 4 turbines in it. It is tough. It's a complicated piece of equipment. And then with all of its so when they made this thing, they made a lot of the paraphernalia on this thing designed to work with the Shuttle. Right? And basically, when they chose to use this for SLS, they had to take all the Shuttle stuff off and then replace it with other things. And that's what the RS-25E is, but... Wow, that's actually nutty, dude. That's actually nutty. For comparison, Raptor 2 weighs 1,800. That's ridiculous, man. What is this? Oh, look, we made an Orion. Or at least we tried to. All right, well, let's go back to working on Wonton and go from there. Can't believe that motor is so damn heavy. I could have sworn that it was lighter. But, yeah, hey, even I learned stuff, man. I can't believe that. It's just... That's something else, dude. How? How is that possible, Killer Alpine? How did you make that damn thing so freaking heavy? Like I said, it's gotta be the ablator nozzle. It's gotta be. That's the ablative nozzle is heavy. It's gotta be that, but... I haven't seen much of this series. What are we making? We're making this. Anyway. How long until there's an engine with a turbine inside of the main combustion chamber? Yes. I wouldn't be doing that. The explosion makes it very unhappy. I just realized once Flight 11 goes, it will be the first time in a very long time that SpaceX will have no stacked or flight-capable ships and boosters. Yeah, for like maybe 2 to 3 months, dude. Hey, Zah, what's going on? I mean, Vargon, it ain't gonna last very long. Personally, I think people are drastically misunderestimating. They're misunderestimating how fast this pad is gonna be finished. Guys, they're doing deluge tests on this thing already. Look, they almost got all the freaking cladding up. This thing is almost done, fellas. It's almost done. Like, I'd say 90% finished at this point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you still got to do the ship quick disconnect arm, and that's about it. I mean, look at how much stuff they've taken off. Look, dude, this stuff's good to go. The thing isn't nearly finished yet. Yeah, people, everyone keeps saying that, but yes, yet we see it way closer to being done. This is going to be done sooner rather than later. The stopgap between Flight 11 and Flight 12 is not going to be as much as everybody thinks it is. It really isn't, dudes. The thing isn't really near finish. You're talking about the ship quick disconnect. The last 10% takes 90% of the time. Ugh, don't remind me. That's the new tower. New tower and new pad. First week of January. Everybody says that, man. I think SpaceX has an internal deadline to get this done before Christmas, and I think they will. Do you think Flight 12 will be this year? Now that's pushing it even for me, dude. That's correct, Evan. I think they'll get it done before Christmas, yeah. Dude, it's almost done. You think it's going to take 3 months to build the ship quick disconnect? 3 freaking months? Bro, not a chance. Are we going to make a transporter erector for this? Yes. Now we got to think about integration. I was watching one of your YouTube VODs, and you were claiming that Falcon 9 is a TWR less than 1 on landing. Here we go. But if the TWR was less than 1, it would not be able to slow down, ignoring air drag. Yeah. And if a car didn't have brakes, a car ignoring brakes wouldn't be able to slow down either. Berg, what's your point? It's not about slowing down completely, dude. Falcon always wants to be going down. You never want to go up. If you go up, the vehicle will destabilize and flip. I'm telling you, man, it's true. It can have more than 1 TWR if it's doing a 3-engine landing burn. But if Falcon is on its single center E9 engine, TWR can't go above 1. The vehicle's too heavy. But that is on purpose. But it's at like 0.98 TWR. It's really close to 1. About as close as you're going to get. But it is below 1.0 TWR. The drag does the majority of slowing it down. The engine does the remaining percentage. And then that little 0.02 gap in TWR is absorbed by the landing legs. The idea is that Falcon 9 is always going down, because if it's not going down, it's going up. And going up is not conducive to landing. Does that make sense? I know it sounds weird, but you want to go down to land, not up. Doesn't Falcon 9 do a hover slam? That's just... Yes, but it's not... You don't hover during a hover slam. Have you ever seen a Falcon 9 hover save Grasshopper in Falcon 9 Dev 2? I'm telling you, dudes, this isn't stuff that I just made up. Like, so what does New Shepard do then? New Shepard, and that's, once again, that speaks to the technology. New Shepard hovers. That BE-3U has more than 1.0 TWR with that stage. It can absolutely hover and just kind of stay there and then land. Falcon doesn't do that. If we designed it that way, ship watching, we could do it, sure. Can we please get an EJ video call appearance at the NSF meetup? What? Hover slam being quote-unquote above 1 TWR at minimum throttle landing, where we saw earlier Falcon 9 start going back up and then cut the engines when they were early retested. That never happened. Flex. I don't, dude, that's... Can I get back to building this? Or no. Prime mass of Falcon 9 is about 26,000 kilos. The single Merlin has 86,000 kilos of thrust at sea level. Yeah, that's great. You can read the wiki. That's great. Awesome. Good. The Merlin engines can deep throttle, dude. Deep throttle to keep the TWR below 1. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Brother, you want me to call Elon and let you... I'll have him tell you. Jeez. Reading the wiki doesn't mean you know how the thing flies through the air. Berg, I don't mean to get all bent out of shape, but this happened the exact last time. People can't wrap their mind around that the TWR stays below 1. It does. The engine can throttle. All right, anyway, I'm gonna get to doing this. So let's think about how we need to put this together. Fuck's sake, Aqualux. For fuck's sake, dude. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I feel better now. Let's go. All right. Did I get here at a bad time? I'm just annoyed because I'm having trouble focusing working on this frigging rocket, and chat wants to talk about everything but the thing that I'm working on, and it makes it even harder to focus, dude. That's all. I'm trying as hard as I can. It's okay, Ship. Don't worry about it. Sorry. Boy, it's just I'm getting more frustrated with me because I can't handle the lot of conversations that are going on. I'm usually super good at it, but brain is just scrambled today, dude, and yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I think I got sick again or something. I don't know, dude. I usually don't lose my temper that quick, man. I usually have way more patience, but so dial it back in. Okay, so we want to build a launcher for this thing. Now, we thought that horizontal integration might be the right move, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I've stacked rockets vertically in the past to great success. What are the letters on the aft for? It's for vehicle orientation, so I know which side is which. Is heating not going to be an issue for the pad? I usually just make the pad pass through to the ground, Chaz. That's how I've done it in past designs. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Hellfish. The last 2 days, I've had some severe frigging brain fog. It's bad. And I'm not necessarily getting frustrated with chat. I'm more getting pissed off at myself because I can't handle it. I usually can handle it. Like, dude, snap two, come on. All right, I'll be fine. Let's keep going. I don't know, man. I really haven't had that good of luck with horizontal integration in the past. But the most successful horizontally integrated vehicle that we did was Imahara, which is this is kind of based off of it. I don't know, dude. So the thing, I've learned a little bit about horizontal integration since the last time I did attempt one. Here, let me show you. Saturn research. No, we want to go into Falcon research. So how Falcon 9 kind of gets put together is, okay, so if you look, here's a picture of DM2. This is from May of 2020. If you look, there's a kind of cradle right here for the first stage, for the inner stage. See what I'm talking about? Little cradle right there. An interesting thing about this cradle is that it's actually on jacks. That thing can actually move up and down. You could see the struts right there, that it actually can pivot. It can pivot, well, actually, if this is the cradle, it can go that way, right? It'll absolutely pivot. Now, why is that? Well, the reason why it does that is so they can attach the hold downs. Okay? So Falcon 9 has 4 hold down points, 12, 3, 6, and 9, right? And the hold down points kind of look like hinges almost. Let me see if I can find a picture of one in here. Now that one has the octo grabber. On took that one. Maybe we can look at this picture of Falcon Heavy. Nah, you can't really see it there. There we go. This will work. So if you look right there, there's the hold down point. So how this all works is Falcon 9 snags the 6 o'clock hold down point because it's a pivot, right? They'll have the booster come in, they'll grab it, that hold down point, and then they'll lay it down on the cradle, right? And then they'll take it horizontally and hook up all of the other 3 hold down points. It's super interesting. Very weird way of doing it, but I mean, not necessarily weird, but they'll hook, like I said, they hook this one first, and the cradle. So the crane puts this thing down, sets it on the cradle. They set it in the holder for the hold down, right? And the hold down point is kind of like 2 rings that go like this. And if they kind of move like that almost, right? And when it's in the open position, Falcon can just pivot on it, right? So it pivots on that hold down point, and then the cradle sets it down, right? And that's how they used to do this back in the day, is put the second stage on in the HIF, right? And then lower the whole thing down. But nowadays they just attach the second stage to the first stage and then lay the whole thing, like roll the whole thing to the HIF, and then they put it down, and then they attach the payload. Somewhat like a scissor lift? Yeah. Now, EJ, for me, your fatigue suggests stress, maybe something causing you concerns. Guys, you're not my doctor, okay? Let's get back to work, okay? Are you gonna add a mock quick disconnect? I don't know. Cradle looks like it's on a 5-link rear suspension. Bill, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bespoke suspension kit for like a long trailing arm for like a car or something that SpaceX just jimmied to the transporter erector. That's how they used to do things back in the day. You know that. There could be a suspension kit for a pre-runner, for all we know. SpaceX takes off-the-shelf components. You guys ever notice that the wheels on the transporter erector are 747 rims and tires? Seriously, look at them. Those are airplane rims and tires. How about the tug that they use to move the thing? It looks like an airport tug to me. You'd be surprised how often SpaceX used to do this. Nowadays, they do a lot of bespoke stuff. Like they're big enough that where they don't need a crazy off-the-shelf component. But back in the day, dude, oh yeah, the earliest Falcon flights had trash bags wrapped around the Merlin 1D because SpaceX couldn't afford multi-layer insulation. They just went down to Home Depot and got some contractor bags and wrapped the rocket motor in that because that was good enough.
Discovery.
That's how
Go
SpaceX
throttle.
used to roll. Oh yeah. Dude, that's what they do. They don't need to do that no more, but that when Falcon 9 was before tank watching, there was Falcon 9 watching, and I did lots of that. The hydraulic power unit must be big to move it up and down. Yeah. Hydraulics to integrate this thing onto it, they're using an overhead crane. I understand why Boeing's do the things they do now. Can we count up the OSHA violations? What? They were scrappy and it was awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Don't they use a shuttle transporter at Vandenberg? No. The shuttle The X shuttle transporter, dude, believe it or not, guys, that thing didn't move fast enough. They haven't used it in a little while. It's not fast enough. Seriously, it doesn't move quick enough to be able to move the stages. They use a lot of the rigging and transport equipment that's used to move around heavy-duty transformers. They use those to move Falcon 9s around nowadays because the shuttle transporter is too damn slow. I'm serious. If we go to timelines here, it should be sitting around somewhere. You should be able to see it. The Kometo wasn't fast enough, dudes. I don't know where it is. It's probably hanging out. It's probably hanging in Hangar X right here or near it. See that right there? That's the thing that they're using. That's the things that they use. There's more of them. For the first Falcon 9 launch, there was a crack in the second stage engine nozzle. They used tin snips to shorten it past the bell, shorten the bell past the crack. Yep. Yep. I mean, I don't know. They might still use it, but I heard it wasn't fast enough. It can't move fast enough, the shuttle transporter. SpaceX did lift a transporter from NASA a little while back. They bought it at a government auction for nothing. I have it somewhere. Give me one moment. I have all kinds of good pictures from the early Falcon days in here. That's in there too. Oh, there's a good shot of the hold down pins. See that? Ariane 6 is a good rocket. Cope and seethe harder, Euro, bro. There's payload integration. Bro. That sucks. I'm trying to find... Oh, there it is. There's the shuttle transporter. See it? Dude, they might still use it. I haven't seen it personally in a really long time. Yep, there it is. That's the shuttle transporter. So, check this out. Back in the day, the Air Force needed a way to move the shuttle from Vandenberg to Slick 6, so they contracted Kometo to build that thing, designed to move the shuttle around. Please hold. And after the Air Force pulled out of the shuttle program in 1986, they gave it to NASA, and NASA used it to transport shuttles around KSC for a really long time. So check this out. There's a picture of the Kometo at Slick 6 in 1985. There's a picture of it in 2011 after STS-135. Actually, that's before STS-135. And there's a picture of it in 2014 because SpaceX bought the dang thing and they built an apparatus on the top to be able to transport Falcon 9s. And they used it to bring the boosters back from Port Canaveral for the longest time. But, yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. I think SpaceX may have used it so much it may have broken. It could move an orange tank? No. No, 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 it can't. That was just... Yeah, no. The orange tank was moved on its own cart, dudes. I have some really nice photos in here, dudes. There's so much good stuff. Wind tunnel test photos.
Discovery, go at throttle
Big
up.
C. Look at that. That's a photo you've probably never seen. Yeah, Solo, nice. That's not Stennis, dudes. Yep, nope, not Stennis. Who knows where it is? Uran? No. That's in the States. That's an external tank. Baikonur. Is that Vandenberg? Nope. Trey, you got it. Marshall Space Flight Center. That's the 4670 test stand. They used it to do dynamic testing on the ET back in the day. That's an external tank, but it's missing the LOX tank, dudes. Also, look at the cars. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice Chevy. Another nice Chevy. That thing would fetch a pretty penny nowadays. Caprice over there. Pretty good. White ETs are always so confusing. Yeah. Anybody know what that is? I'll give you a hint. It's not broken. Okay? It's not broken. Who knows their stuff? This is part of shuttle testing. Dynamic testing? Nope. Is it pad design in time, or you're still working on the launcher? We can move to doing launch pads. We're talking about different forms of integration here. That is the MPTA main testing article service gantry. All right. So I have a picture of it in here. Hold on. So they did a green run with the external tank back in the day with the shuttle at the B2 test stand at Stennis. Oh, how did that piece of junk sneak in here? Gross. Give me one moment. That's not shuttle, but whatever. Where is it? 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 It should be around here somewhere. Hold on, I'll have to look through it. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, Clark. Back in the day, dude, the shuttle program, dude, in the early 80s, the shuttle program was like Starship, man. It was crazy. They were iterating like crazy. They were doing a lot of cool work, man. A lot of good stuff, dude. I gotta find that damn diagram of the MPTA. Long story short, they took the MPTA and the main propulsion test article for the shuttle, which is basically in the shuttle aft section. They bolted it to an external tank and they made a jig to turn it on the B2 test stand so the 3 shuttle engines would be pointing straight down. That's what that is. That's a really, you really have to be obsessed with the shuttle program to know what that thing was. Like that, I wasn't expecting people to get that one. I have a diagram in here somewhere of how it was supposed to be attached, but I just don't know where it's gone to. Where'd you get all these pictures? The internet. You can find anything on there. We'll start back here, I guess. Yeah, if you want to know how big the ET is compared to a car, it's pretty big. Survey aft attachment points. That is the Centaur fueling umbilical for Shuttle Centaur. There's the external tank storage racks inside of the VAB. I could have sworn I had it in here, but I guess not. Can't find it. Somebody's gonna have to go around on the internet and find the thing now. These are all pictures from Flick 6. And didn't just make an angle plate. There's the MPTA. There it is. Got it. See? Found it. They made a jig to rotate the entire thing and have the service gantries rotate with it. Pretty cool, huh? See, the service gantries are up there. But why? What? What do you mean, why? Because if they pointed the external tank straight up, the engines would be pointed over here. Good idea. All right. Anyway, I don't know. Do we want to do horizontal integration for this? I mean, we could try. But once again, if we do, we're going to need to do that pivoting thing. So we're going to have to engineer some pretty trick hold down points for this thing. In the past, I just have a docking port, you know? And, oh boy, we have to get into docking vessel hierarchy again. I forgot all about that. All right, let's go back over here out of the shuttle folder. Let's go Falcon and let's take a look. So you have your cradle, right? And the cradle, so that with this, they integrate first stage to second stage, and then they put it on there as one unit. And basically well, That's gonna be difficult. That's gonna be difficult. I'm thinking. So let's just take a look. Let's empty the rocket out of fuel because we're not going to be moving it with fuel. I'm running through ways to do this in my mind, but getting it to do that tilt is going to require 2 damn gantry cranes, guys. Oh. Perhaps an erector design would be better. Oh yeah, I like that picture. That's a good picture. Have I ever shown you guys this picture? I don't remember. That's the Parker Solar Probe Delta 4, by the way. Yeah. Oh, look, it's Dawson, some weirdo. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know who that is. Strange dude. It's Delta bearings. So Delta utilizes an erector system. They basically move it to the pad horizontally with the second stage attached, or they moved it. This is a huge crater in the ground at this point. They moved it to the pad, and then an erector lifts it up and places it onto the pad, kind of like Soyuz. Soyuz does something similar to this, but it's with a train. And the erector is, yeah, see, there's the erector right there. Who's the Sasquatch standing next to Das? Yeah, I know, right? And then they vertically attach the fairing. I don't want to do that. The way that Rocket Lab does it with their erector is just so smart, dude. I might opt for the overhead design, like an early Atlas missile. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And if we ever reuse a stage, okay, so like, let me think here. So we got to think about how this stuff all goes together. So what I think I'm going to do with Wonton is our second stages are disposable, and so is our payload fairing. So we'll roll this out on one transport vehicle, right? And then we roll the first stage out on a transport vehicle. How we should do this is just combine have the vehicles be able to butt up to each other, and when they do, it attaches the second stage to the first stage. And then from there, we should make it so the first stage transfer vehicle could move the entire stack. If we do that, we can load it up basically exactly like Imahara. Got to go to the haste mission yesterday. It was a lot quicker. Electron goes, man. She goes off the pad big time. They have a transporter for Artemis. The crawler transporter. We're not making that like that. Yeah, remember you had a giant box. Hey, Wartang. It had a long SRBs that you basically played the claw game on to rebuild your rockets. We could do that. What about a trampoline? Yeah, that would work. I mean, Imahara's pad was just so well made. I made that bare minimum. That was as simple as we possibly could. That's it. That's the launch pad. It's Electron's launch pad, Ben. Yeah, that's what it is. Retrofit it? We could. How's your brain with trying to recall the docking port hierarchy? Element, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, not great. I know what I need to do, but the more and more we do this, the more and more I think I need to play the game more. You know? We gotta play it more, dude. That's if we're gonna get back into the swing of things, man, we gotta play it more. And I have to do it on a day where my brain isn't potato. I don't know why the heck I can't think straight today. I got pissed on stream like an hour ago, like 30 minutes ago. I never get mad on stream. It never bothers me. Well, to an extent. The game usually bothers me more. Oglix, if you're out there, I'm sorry for snapping. That's my fault. I gotta play the game more. Case of the Mondays again. I've just been having gnarly brain fog the past 2 days, dude. I mean, these early streams and screwing up my entire morning schedule isn't helping either. But it's okay, dude. I'd rather cover this stuff. Everyone's feeling it today. It's the autumnal equinox. There's no escape. Yeah. See, part of me is like, I just want to put Imahara together and I want to launch it and I want to send it and go. But, you know, I think I should force myself to build out a TE for that thing. Let's do it. We have to. And maybe we'll learn something new when we do it. Oh yeah, it's Rapture Day. That's right. I forgot about that. All right, so if that's the case, oh yeah, Smirks, a little weird. Okay. They're holding out for Rapture V3. Oh yeah, that's going to be the super simplified version of it. It should increase payload mass to orbit. Oh wait, no, that's something different. No, the fully reusable one. Oh yeah, that one's going to be good. See, I can't decide, fellas, whether I want to try the tilting the thing, or whether we should use an erector, or whether we should use an electron style pad. Could be worse. You could be a Jets fan. You're right. Anyone seen any Packers fans lately? No, I haven't, Smirks. It's so strange. Pretty sure they got rigmarolled. Yeah, I know, it's so weird, right? Like, the closest friend is a cheese, as he doesn't say much about football. I'm just thinking we should probably finish doing the analysis on this thing, on burn time, etc., etc. But we did get some good flight data from it. It's only 7:15. Man, my brain is so screwed right now, dude. Could be deadly. You could be a Dolphins fan. KRPC. All right. One thing that's very apparent to me, this project needs to take center stage because I'm lagging behind on it. Yeah, we're gonna need to. How's your sleeping recently? How's your hydration? Yeah, everything's good, Panderific. My brain just isn't doing it. It's very strange. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. Yeah, I did move Imahara in one piece. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Sometimes you just gotta do something different. Let's do something different. Where are you? Hey. Oh, yeah. What does this have attached to it? What is this thing? What the heck did I just make? Why does that have a shuttle payload bay mock-up inside of it with a mission duration extension vehicle? What the heck? Now on to something completely different. What is this one? Jebliner. It's empty. Poetic. I don't know. I don't even know what I was trying to do with that, Kenwa. There was something. It was something for the shuttle, because that has a mock-up of the shuttle's payload bay in it. Let's see what this thing does. Yeah, see what this bad boy does. I think you were taking shuttle replacement on directly. Something about setting up shuttle payloads. Yeah. I don't know, brother. I don't remember. Okay, ready? Okay, why is it rotated 90 degrees? All right, whatever. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gemstone 4 liftoff. Roll program. Vehicle's pitching down range. Just want to fly something else, guys. Just whenever I get builder's block like that, it just pays to go just fly something else and have some fun. Guys, this, you know, we were talking about this the other day, and this reminds me of this. It might be prudent to just go play Kerbal for a little while. You know, that might be a good idea. How'd you roll? Burning your thrusters. Turn KRPC. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really good when it separates. Yeah, it's great. Why does nothing separate of mine all of a sudden? BLF? Sure this isn't Ares 1X? No, I didn't tumble during separation. We just exploded. Differences. What the heck was that? Why did the pass-through just take a dump? Anything else today, dude? You happen to move under power lines in the last 24 hours? Man, my head's thumping like that's happened, Solo. Okay, there we go. Now watch this. This is actually super cool. It's something we programmed, well not programmed, it's something we designed into this booster. So this booster has passive fins right here. They're wing strakes. The wing strakes, if you note, are slightly tilted, and what that is going to do is going to give the booster some quote-unquote cross-range capability. So when it comes back down, watch. It's gonna basically try to get the booster to pitch, and that makes it so the booster travels in the atmosphere for a longer period of time. It's just like a passive grid fin almost. And wait, where's the parachutes? They're Should be parachutes. There should be parachutes in this design, man. Guess not, but see, look, see how she flies? Pretty cool, huh? I have a feeling that the strakes on Super Heavy, the chines that are on Super Heavy, the way they have them configured for Block 3 is going to do something similar to this. Not to that extent, but check it out, man. See? Pretty cool. Pretty trick piece of engineering that we did in the past. It looks like the fairing popped. Yeah. Everything else, though. Why is the battery getting hot? And the rest will buff out. Pretty cool, huh? Maybe that's why I was testing something without parachutes. Isn't that neat? Yeah, we gotta play more, guys. Next time I'm like, what do you want to play? And you guys say, play KSP, and I go, I don't want to. And then you guys need to say, hey, dingbat. You said you needed to play more. You're rusty. Dude, I used to be able to push out, like pump out architectures and stuff willy-nilly. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. Willy-nilly. We have to be playing Kerbal every day in here. We're gonna have to marathon it for early hours, dudes. We got to. Gotta do it. I'm rusty. And I'm failing to come up with a good way to do this. I'm usually not this indecisive. Do you have a second instance installed for more silly modded play? No. Guys, I think we need to go back to scratch. We will finish Wonton eventually. I want to. I'm thinking we got to start a new career. I think a career mode save, a good Kerbal career mode save would probably a good way to get us back in now that I'm thinking about this. Yeah.
Discovery, go
Hey,
and
ban! Hey, ban! Ban! Tier 1 3 months in advance. Astronaut, hashtag rocket science, hashtag skunkworks. Greetings from the 412th test wing. Palmdale. What? Really? Hey, ban.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
I used to be indecisive, now I'm not so sure.
That was low-hanging fruit. Oh, Ben, that's pretty cool. If that's you, that's awesome. Rock on, boys. That's pretty cool.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
You gifted a bunch of subs. What the hell? What the heck is this about, man? Bro, I'm sitting over here with my thumb up my tail and you're gifting me subs. I don't deserve subs today. Come on now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, Ben. Hold on a second, man. All right. I'll do this. We'll do this for you. Here, hold up. Hold up. Test wing. Huh? Yes. That's not my best one. Hold on. Let's find a good one. Where's all the good stuff?
Oh, this is
Charles
space.
gifted 5
I'm in
subs.
space.
Oh, you guys gotta stop. How do you stream these kinds of hours with the office gaming chairs? Do you have a titanium back? No, my back's broken. I have herniated discs. Either way, Ben, Charles, thank you very much, dudes, for the thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. Here. How about we pull out this bad boy?
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
Easton gifted a sub to You Don't Deserve This sub. Oh. Do you have a Star Raker? Of course I have a Star Raker. Got an F-15 there. Here, how about this guy? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, King, I'm talking about a vanilla straight career, high difficulty within the game rules. Yeah, that's probably what we would do. Neptune, you just reached orbit in KSP for the first time while watching an EJ stream. Nice.
Oh, this is space.
Jocko
I'm in
gifted a
space.
sub to, oh yeah. I gotta just get back to doing this, dudes. We gotta do it. The only way we're gonna get good at Kerbal again to play good enough to play mission mode is just to start playing again. This F4 is not exactly scaled correctly, but it's good enough. It goes fast. Don't worry. Why not start now? I gotta get up in the morning again, King. Have to get up, dude. Dude, we have the Artemis 2 crew. The crew press conference is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not missing that. And yeah, that's the other thing that's kind of messing with me. Everything's thrown off my brain's thrown off my schedule. This is one of my favorites. I love this plane. Ben that gifted 10 subs. Tier 1 3 months in advance. Would you fly this bad boy? It's an auto gyro. It's about the size of a C-130. If you look at it from the side, it looks like a C-130 minus the propellers. This has a bypass turbine. So you got a high bypass turbine right here. Now, keep in mind, this is not exactly how it works in KSP, but the concept is there, right? You got a bypass turbine, right, that has a secondary output shaft that goes vertical, right? Twin output shafts from the high bypass turbine, and you can clutch engage and disengage your bypass fan. So your N1 is not, the N2 or N1 is not attached to the fan. So you could either engage the output drive like a PTO almost, or use the bypass fan, right? In this design, you'd have a synchronizer gearbox here, similar to like an Osprey almost, except not nearly as complicated because it doesn't do the... And that goes out to twin auto gyros. So you could either drive the bypass fan and have these things tilt back and you can auto gyro it, or you could go to the power, you switch it to a power takeoff, similar to like an SB1 Defiant, and you could power the gyros, and then the thing would work like a helicopter.
This is space. I'm in space.
You'd fly it? I'd celebrate my promotion, and your channel's awesome. Inspiration. Go beyond! He says SpaceX, born in Bavaria, Germany, ACDC chair was always crafted. You'd fly it? All right. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an auto gyro, dudes, so it can work like a regular airplane, but you can tilt the rotors back. The rotors don't tilt forward, they tilt backwards, and they work like wings. They spin with the oncoming laminar flow. Yeah. Oh, side note, we'll start the career mode tomorrow, fellas. So watch this. Ready? So you can do that. And then this thing, you know, before you engage the blade tilt, right, you can helicopter it up. Right, notice how we're kind of freewheeling. Oh, no, don't want throttle there. But these things aren't producing much thrust, right? But check it out. There's minimal tilt here to the rotors. You can tilt them back and forth, and that's how you yaw with this thing. Yeah, I don't have a synchronizer in this design. We did make one Aqualex on the smaller one, you remember? So check this out. If we engage the throttle, right? And then disengage the rotor torque, right? And then we change our flight mode. See how the rotors are tilted back? It's an auto gyro. So the jet engines are engaged now, and they're propelling us forward, right? The blades don't have any power, but because they're tilted back with their collective down, they're spinning, they're pinwheeling. Them spinning does generate lift. And the blades act like a gigantic wing.
Oh, this is space.
The
I'm
end
in
result is that this thing can fly at absurdly high altitudes because, well, it's auto gyroing. You basically made your wings way bigger doing this. This is not based off of a real aircraft, Neonix. This is my design. Nope. The principal inspiration was an SB1 Defiant, because the SB1 Defiant does that. It has a gas turbine that can engage the contra-rotating blades, or it can engage the rear propeller, or both. I figured, why not do that? I mean, essentially making it into an auto gyro. Why not do that with an airplane instead? Does KSP model retreating blade stall at higher speeds? It's fudged, but yes. See, the thing is all jittering around because my blades aren't synced up. In Kerbal, that doesn't make that big of a difference. So check this out. If we disengage our drive to the bypass fan, right, this thing can just Just fly like an airplane. Or we could put her in helicopter mode and we could auto gyro down if we really need to. Happen to remember the cargo capacity? Not off the top of my head, dude. Oops. I bounced a little bit. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, Ben, I thought you'd want to see something coming out of the EJ Phantom Works. Thought you would appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for the support. Thank you for the subs. I'm glad you're into it, man. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I basically made this out of a design requirement to make the ultimate search and rescue vehicle. This can go, well, it can't go anywhere on Kerbin, but you can land anywhere on Kerbin. Well, within reason. Don't you dare. Arigato. 5-month reset. Yeah, guys. I think we got to start a new save. New career save tomorrow. Yeah. We got to. We got to be here for the Artemis conference, and then we'll start a new save. Tomorrow? Yeah. I want to get a good night's sleep before I do this, dudes. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do about the damn coronet, but I'll figure something out. I'll probably just work on that off stream for a little bit and give you guys an update. So, I wanted to keep going with wonton design, guys, but the honest truth is that so one, my brain is paced today. Two, I think we really need to I need to play a career mode save. We gotta do a career mode save. Just a vanilla career mode save and go. Got a lot of winter time to work on the car, that's right. All right. Yeah. I can send Geek up over the winter if needed. Yeah. Yeah, a good career mode will get us where we need to go. Yeah. Yeah. What about summer car tomorrow? So what we're going to end up doing, guys, is space news in the morning. All right? It's going to sound weird, but we're going to do space news because of the Artemis press conference, right? And then we'll play Kerbal all the way until after hours, and then summer car. Yeah, we gotta. I got to. I'm too rusty. I could probably go and rebuild and build out Wonton's pad and stuff, but you know, let's just play. Let's just play the game. Let's just play the game for a little bit. You know. So, fellas, what I think I'm gonna do, because we started early today, and I'm trying to basically mess with my sleep schedule just a little bit so we could. Yeah. Hold on a second. Here, let me show you something. I'm going to stop for now. But hear me out. Hear me out. Was the Artemis news a surprise? No, that was great. The IMAP launch is at 7 tomorrow, dudes. 7 a.m. That's a Falcon 9 launch. Well, it's at 7:30. So I want to cover that. So what I'll probably do is cover it, then come back for Artemis, right? And then we'll play KSP, and then summer car, right? That's going to be a long day, but in order to do that right, I need to get a good amount of sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make sure my brain isn't mush for whatever reason, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's probably the right way to do this. $7:30 a.m. This is a bunch of cool science payloads from 39A. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, that's the right plan. So yeah, we're going to stop for now. That's going to do it for part 4 of the Wonton vehicle. I'm going to shelve this project for a little bit, but that's because I want to do career mode. We will start it tomorrow after the Artemis announcement, okay? So I'm going to cover the launch of the morning, Artemis announcement / space news, Kerbal, and we're going all the way through to summer car. But in order to do that, I need to get a good night's sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll see you guys for a long stream tomorrow. How long did this one go? 9:21. I'm getting back into the groove of doing longer streams. I've been in a funk since August. So, Falcon 9, Donkeys, Artemis 2, KSP, MSC. Yes. I gotta play more KSP, dudes. We have to get back into it. We have to, got to. And I don't know, depending on how good I feel, maybe we'll try to code some of the rockets. Maybe. I don't know. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. A little bit of an early log off for me tonight, but yeah, should be good. Should have some fun tomorrow. I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. for the IMAP launch. Oh boy. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. I'm going to get sleep. Good night, and thank you for watching.